Hello, welcome to Back to Coding. In this video, we will be using an app called Droid Cafe which we implemented in our previous videos. So go ahead, watch them first and then come back to this video again. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and a bell icon so that whenever I publish a video, you get notified instantly about it. In today's practical, we'll see how to add items to the options menu. The app bar, also called the action bar, is a dedicated space at the top of each activity screen. When you create an activity from a template such as basic activity template, an app bar is automatically included for the activity in a coordinator layout root view group at the top of the view hierarchy. The options menu in the app bar provides navigation to other activities in the app, or the primary options that affect using the app itself, but not ones that perform an action on an element on the screen. For example, your options menu might provide the user choices for navigating to other activities such as placing an order, or for actions that have global impact on the app such as changing settings or profile information. So in this practical, you will learn about setting up the app bar and options menu in your app. In this figure, the app bar includes the app title, the options menu and the overflow button. The first two options menu items appear as icons in the app bar. The overflow button, 3 vertical dots, opens a menu that shows more options menu items. After clicking the overflow button, more options menu items appear in the overflow menu. In the previous practical, you created an app called Droid Cafe using the basic activity template. This template also provides a skeletal options menu in the app bar at the top of the screen. If you don't have the project, then you can find it at this URL. Open the Droid Cafe project from the previous practical. The project includes the following layout files in the res layout folder. Activity main.xml, the main layout for main activity, the first screen the user sees. Content main.xml, the layout for the content of the main activity screen which is included within activity main.xml. Activity order.xml, the layout for order activity which you added in the previous practical. Open content main.xml. In the previous practical, you added text views and image views to the root view group which you changed to relative layout. The layout behavior for the relative layout is set to @string/appbar scrolling view behavior, which controls the scrolling behavior of the screen in relation to the app bar at the top. Open activity main.xml to see the main layout, which uses a coordinator layout with an embedded app bar layout. App bar layout is a vertical linear layout which uses the toolbar class in the support library instead of the native action bar to implement an app bar. The app bar is a section at the top of the display that can display the activity title, navigation and other interactive items. The native action bar behaves differently depending on the version of Android running on the device. For this reason, if you are adding an options menu, you should use the V7 AppCompat support library's toolbar as an app bar. Using the toolbar makes it easy to set up an app bar that works on the widest range of devices and also gives you room to customize your app bar later on as your app develops. Toolbar includes the most recent features and works for any device that can use the support library. The toolbar within this layout has the ID toolbar and is also specified like the app bar layout with a fully qualified name, android.support.v7.widget. Make a note that activity main.xml layout also uses an include layout statement to include the entire layout defined in content main.xml. This separation of layout definitions makes it easier to change the layout's content apart from the layout's toolbar definition and coordinator layout. This is a best practice for separating your content which may need to be translated from the format of your layout. Run the app. Notice the bar at the top of the screen showing the name of the app Droid Cafe. It also shows the action overflow button, 3 vertical dots on the right side. Tap the overflow button to see the options menu, which at this point has only one menu option, settings. Examine the Android manifest.xml file. The main activity is set to use the noActionBar theme. The noActionBar theme is defined in the styles.xml file. In styles.xml, you can see that the noActionBar theme sets the window action bar attribute to false, no window action bar, and the window no title attribute to true, no title. The reason these values are set is because you are defining the app bar in your layout activity main.xml with app bar layout rather than using an action bar. Look at main activity, which extends app_compat activity and starts with the onCreate method. After setting the content view to the activity main.xml layout, the onCreate method sets toolbar to be the toolbar defined in activity main.xml layout. It then calls the activity's setSupportActionBar method and passes toolbar to it, setting the toolbar defined in activity main.xml as the app bar for the activity. That's it for this video. We'll continue in the next part. Keep watching Back to Coding and don't forget to check my other videos which can be helpful to you.